костюма, даже если ты изюм. Просин жира и открытку хлеба с маслом, бреда с красным, маринада, шоколада, глазировку, раскадровку, зреют дрожжи, крекин позже.
Alright, I should have posted this last week, but I don't know why I waited, because other than I was busy editing my Need for Speed The Run walkthrough, because I finally got that game over with. Thank God for that. So, and then the main subject, the original concept I wanted to talk about in this vid was conservative playstalls, but that's too bland, so yeah, that's why I hesitated. So, and then actually, another subject I wanted to talk about is, besides that I should have posted on last week, is what did we learn within this entire this current gen, which I forgot what number it is. Like, hold on. Anyway, yeah, forget it. All I can say is the PS4 and the Xbox One gen and the Switch gen, and Switch is my holy motherfuck. Is this generation garbage? Like, seriously, how bad did all the platforms even do where it's so bad had to that regard that it's the most short-lived that I've ever played? Because people ask me, why'd you wait so long? Because there were so many problems with every single platform that you can think of. That's why. And people are all be like, you missed all the fun. And I'm sitting here, quote unquote, fun. And yet, every time I read your feedback on Insert Game Here, it's that all I hear you complain that the game Insert Game Here sucks because everything does that. And so, yeah. So, yeah, originally had in mind where, if anyone's drinking anything, so take a shot every time I say the word stop, because it's a lot of things, pet peeves, where I have to say it. And the first up is, well, as I already said earlier, just stop making garbage games! Seriously, back in the days of last gen, we all thought the games were garbage there because the devs were so stupid they don't even read any of the exploits. Then after that, this gen where everyone got their heads out of their ass, it's still garbage. Like, nothing that they do is impressing us and whatnot. And the only games that are, or I'm gonna get into another subject, so yeah. Another subject is stop live servicing, because while nice that it shows that how much more effort that the devs are bothering with the game, it's just the game is still really, really bad and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I even said live service when I should have said stop it with the loot boxes, because obviously, like, I was gonna do a commentary on one of my COD 4 matches on the remaster version on the DLC guns, but who knows when that's gonna be. But yeah, so stop it with these loot boxes where people have to spend more and more time just spending money on the game rather than playing it just to unlock a content that only 1% of the community is gonna get. So yeah, I mean, on the whole other live services and whatnot, as much as I like that they have the idea and then you'll unlock a new weapon or, well, new content or something just because you played something a certain amount of times and it will gradually progress. The problem is make it a whole lot easier, as I said in one of my Modern Warfare commentaries, that I never unlocked any of the DLC guns in Modern Warfare. Is that even if I did bother to actually want to try Modern Warfare, the only gun I'll ever get is the AA-12 because that's like the simplest. That's the simplest one to even get out of all the ones that I've seen. And yeah, but even then, as I said before, whenever I progress on the whatever it was on the service, is that I only go up by 1 or 2. That's it, because that's how frustrating I was every time I played Modern Warfare. So yeah, if you're gonna do something objectively, make it a whole lot easier. Because I'd rather do what Battlefield had in mind, and that is just do 10 to 20 kills on one subject, and then that's it. But I digress. So yeah, let's see here. Another episode of saying stop. Oh, stop. Yeah, stop making these garbage. Well, actually, no, that is another episode of like garbage. But it's just everyone. I hate it when video game devs, it's like they'll patch it later as another episode of live services, because like I'm sitting here where one of my stupid friends is all you're just poor or something or whatnot. You should have just bought it and dealt with the exploits. And I'm sitting here, and look what. And another issue is that I'm growing up on Nintendo's ideology on saying that it's a forever bad game. So even if they did patch the problems, I'm just gonna have a bad taste, and thus as a result, that I still have the unpopular opinion of hating Battlefield 4 to this day and whatnot. People are all saying that they have quote unquote fond memories of. So yeah, and then thus I have to say can't relate. So that's my issue about there. And then let's see, what other thing is there to say stop. Oh, stop porting. Yeah, I forgot what the word is though, but yeah, just stop porting these old games onto the newer systems, because it's already bad enough we have Doom and Skyrim and whatnot in Resident Evil 4, but then all of a sudden there's GTA, which that's on 3 different generations of video games. And I'm sitting here, just stop, because I'm tired of seeing insert garbage game here, and then only to find out it's going to continue, because I heard Rainbow Six Siege is going to be moving on, and then what was it, the new systems is that I heard Warzone is actually, yeah, they say that Warzone on the on Cold War's weapons is that it's just gonna transfer into Warzone from Modern Warfare. So that's another excuse to not even want to touch it. But that's if, well, actually, yeah, that's when they'll eventually patch the mode Warzone. So yeah, that's another issue of saying stop. What another issue? Let's see here. I was gonna say bad meta, but that's another nonsense. Oh, stop making me avoid the multiplayer entirely, because I played Battlefield 4's multiplayer like once. Actually, no, I did play that version of the game on last gen, but then you think everyone's playstyles would be a little more stupid because all the tryhards would move on to the newer systems, but nope, everyone's metas still play the same thanks to all the shills on YouTube and whatnot, and thus as a result I was hoping to actually not quote unquote, just to start fresh, because it said that you can transfer your stats on last gen, but thankfully I had 2 accounts, so I hardly played on this one. I played on the Tone of Darkness account a whole lot more, and I'm trying to start fresh, but then again realizing every single tryhard you can think of on Battlefield 4 is just doing annoying the same people since 2015 to yeah, actually 2013, yeah, because there's a few placebo effects that I realized that either they did change its meta at one point and then not. So yeah, that's how annoyed I was. And then another game I avoided playing multiplayer, Battlefield 5, because everyone knows that that was just a dead-on arrival game. And then I avoided playing Battlefield 1 because I look at other people that still play Battlefield 1, and apparently the game is like really, really dead. And I'm sitting here, how does that even, yeah, how does that even fail at all? Because and whatnot. Because actually, no, the reason I avoided playing Battlefield 1's multiplayer is because it was just there was just nothing to do, and I knew there's gonna be problems right off the bat. So yeah, that's why I avoided. Let's see. Oh, COD World War II. Ooh, back when I did my walkthrough on that, I never bothered to touch the multiplayer, knowing that it was going to be bad and whatnot, even though they fixed the game. Yeah, so that's about it. All I gotta say is, so please, actually, no, yeah, please, this new gen of video games, please, for the love of God, make things better, because I'm already seeing pictures right off the bat where partly because it's the launch issue, well, launch console issues and whatnot, so everyone's all like, just y'all should have waited a year, then and whatnot. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. And also, since this is my final match for Cold War, but the problem is I never bothered to pre-order, so I'm just gonna have to wait until Black Friday to get it cheaper, because I gotta look at famous people's exploits to see what's wrong with this game before I check its meta. But so until then, time to wait.